What are the traits of a top-tier pistol player? Efficiency, restraint, perseverance. Hero plays aren't everything. You also have to be discreet about it. In this episode, we're going to see who dominates the field by utilizing pistols in the most tactical way. This is Mauisnake, and welcome to Double Scope. Let me walk you through my methodology for how I selected these players. The first is that they are elite players on the pistol rounds, and at S tier events, they are consistently coming up positive for their teams on those important first rounds. The second thing is that these players are instrumental in finding advantages for their teams on those force buys, even save rounds, so all of these players can be the X factor on a round that their team has no business winning. To kick off the list at number 5, we've got EliGE, who has been incredibly valuable to Liquid for his consistency on pistol rounds, but he's also been an X factor with the Deagle. In the ESL Pro League group stage, EliGE had a huge performance against VP. With a hero Deagle amongst 3 USP equipped teammates, EliGE used that single upgraded pistol to the ultimate effect. Once EliGE knows that Fallen is peeking ramp, EliGE finds his time to strike. He swings out wide in order to find the trade frag off of his in-game leader. At this point, Grim is halfway down the ramp and EliGE still has a very favorable position. But sometimes holding the favorable position is actually not the best way to play a situation out. He actually uses his teammate as a decoy, and as Grim is pushing down the ramp, EliGE lines up his line of sight with exactly what Grim sees, so he's able to find an easy trade onto Sanji. The kill off of James is due to a nice correction that he's able to find, but look at how little he needs to actually move his crosshair in order to find this kill onto Buster. EliGE, despite being the hero of the round already, doesn't forfeit his life. He doesn't take the 1v1 duel to give Kickert away back into this round, and EliGE backs up towards the bomb site, showing excellent discipline as he's able to work off of Stewie 2K's communication that Kickert has made his way towards the B bomb site. Now that EliGE has rotated into position, Stewie and EliGE decide to wait for the plant from Kickert before they decide to swing. The double swing nets EliGE the final kill of the round as he completes the ace. What EliGE does so well in this situation isn't necessarily down to aim. He uses his teammates perfectly in order to find the most opportune fights for himself and to make it as difficult as possible for his opponents. This will be one of the few times you won't see Simple occupying a top 2 slot on any list related to CSGO, but Simple still delivered in this round at IEM Katowice for Na'Vi. On overpass against Liquid, Simple positions himself boldly in the middle of bathrooms, but notice how Simple swings into the oncoming players from Liquid, using the move speed advantage by making micro swings into the players who may think they're the aggressors in this situation. It gives Simple a leg up in these fights. But the icing on the cake is this third frag, an audacious peek to destroy Grim, who's trying to take back any space possible. Despite the fact that they lose this, Simple plays about as well as he can as he backs up in order to join the safety of his teammates on the bomb site in order to play a standard trade game for the remainder of the round. Simple's killer instinct is most apparent in these micro engagements. The way that he swings into his opponents despite the fact that he's supposed to be the defender. Every step forward is like walking through a minefield when Simple is in the server against you. It would be criminal to make a list of elite pistol players and not include Nico. He comes in at number 3 while wielding his signature weapon. This round shows how much of a game changer Nico can be when he holds the Deagle. In the upper bracket finals of Flashpoint 3, Nico makes a massive play in round number 3 on Nuke. Mousesports make their way down into the lower halls, and Nico is playing right behind the silo on the lower rafters. As the T's approach through the control double doors, Nico is set up perfectly to receive them. He finds 2 immediate headshots, but notice that he doesn't overstay his welcome. He jiggles behind the silo so that he can activate Nexa. Then Nico strikes once again, jumping down in order to find a kill onto A-Core. Nico looks for the final kill of the round, and despite the fact that he's not able to get it, the damage is already done, and G2 are able to swing an important round here at Flashpoint. This round was not only an excellent display of Nico's crosshair placement, but his positioning as well. Not only that, but he was instrumental in being the X factor in a force buy round that G2 felt like they had to win to take control of the economy and this match. dupreeh has lived amongst pistol nobility over the years, and his form has continued into 2021, and that lands him at the runner-up spot. In the Blast Premier Spring groups, dupreeh made a statement in the opening round of Astralis' map pick of Inferno. Foregoing a second flashbang in a support buy, dupreeh equips the P250 and showed the power of this $300 pistol. As NBK crosses apartments, dupreeh tags him and swings out looking for that opener. dupreeh keeps his crosshair perfectly level as he finds the 5v4 advantage. As the round progresses, Astralis groups up for a B hit. dupreeh tosses his utility and acts like a support opper to find the kill into the site. As his teammates relay that there is a player in dark, he holds for the reswing and finds another headshot. Astralis begins to flood the bomb site, and dupreeh finds the trade onto the player at second oranges with a crouch swing in order to disrupt the crosshair placement from Valde. Cornered in a 1v2 at New Box, dupreeh throws out a perfect jiggle pre-fire onto Alexi B and shows just enough of himself to Issa to manipulate Issa's crosshair for an opposite side swing. Hook, line, and sinker, dupreeh hits his 5th headshot of the round and shows why he is an elite pistol player. Shiro has flat out been the best pistol player of the year. The rising Russian superstar has produced a positive pistol round KD at every single event in 2021. What separates Shiro from other players on this list is his consistency and how he can make his opponent seem to do his bidding. In an elimination game in the IEM Katowice group stage, Shiro is able to put the nail in the coffin against Heroic. At the top of Connector, Shiro sees a cat play coming out from the opposing Danes thanks to an unfavorable jiggle from Stown. When Stown goes for the full commit crouch peek, Shiro takes him down. He knows that Nico is approaching from ramp, so he intercepts that swing while making his own rotation to B. Thanks to the kill from Inters on the site, Shiro is able to pull all the strings in the 1v1. By bunny hopping out of market, Shiro gives Tessus an audio cue that he's on the hunt. But this is why Shiro is like no other player. He decides to crouch and back up in a straight line, and when Tessus looks for a sliver of information, he gives up everything, as Shiro makes it look easy in order to find the final frag. Shiro has cemented himself this year as one of the most clutch players in the world, and that is no different when he's holding a pistol. Being a top pistol player doesn't just boil down to having the best aim or hitting the nastiest shots. Consistency, versatility, and tempered aggression are all necessary traits. It is with a steady hand and cool head that these players create elite levels of impact. Thank you for watching this episode of Double Scope. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me who your top 5 pistol players are in a comment down below.